Security cat. Hi buddy. Alright, right now I'm at the Egyptian bazaar and it's busy as hell and I'm in a rush. I need to get to the ferry, but I have to cut through this building. So while I'm doing so, I guess I'll show it around. Oh boy. It's a lot busier than I normally recognize it as, even in November. But here it is, 1664. This place has been a bazaar where they sell teas and spices, artisanal handmade goods, dried stuff, nuts, a bunch of stuff. But they only have two wings, this wing and that wing. And to be honest, all the stores sell the same stuff, so I don't know what's the benefit of going to different places. It's kind of like Costco. All the Costcos are the exact same. So, but yeah. The other bazaar was the closed bazaar. This is the Egyptian bazaar, because I guess the Egyptians had something to do with it a long time ago. I actually don't know why, but the direct translation of Misr is Egyptian. So that's how I understand it as. So I'm using it as a shortcut because I like to get to the other side. We're going to Asia today. Yes, it's that simple to just change continents. You just get on a ferry and leave. So we're going to do that. Well, I'm not running anyone over. I find it funny that they scan people, but they don't care. It might just be a head count way. I guess for tourism associations to see how many visitors they get a day. Here we are, the other side. Now I have to find where the ferry buildings are, which I think is to the left. Yep, okay, so we're going under. Alright, right now we're going under the main road that cuts the ocean off, or the bay off from the rest of the city. And you do that by going under here. And they're very resourceful people. They have stores that I can almost guarantee are all fake. Or from the same Chinese factory, but what's the difference, to be honest? It smells like cigarettes. Oh, pardon. Özür dilerim. And just like that, these shops here literally go fishing at the back of them over the Bosphorus, and then all the fish they catch they cook and give it into sandwich form. And just like that we cross that main road that splits us off, because they don't do crosswalks here, you just go directly under it. But now I have to find a way to Kadıköy with the ferry. And there's the Galata Tower. It's just something you go up and then you get to see everywhere. Yeah, here. Alright, now I have to find the right ferry. Oh, there it is. And it looks like it just came actually, so maybe I'm just in time. Hopefully I have enough money on my card. Oh, I made it just in time. You just have to get on. Yeah, Kadıköy. I hope it goes straight to Kadıköy first instead of the other side. Yeah, let's just sit up. Because that'll make It'll make my life easier if I'm the first stop than the last. But I can't choose. Here's the Bosphorus. Alright, the ferry's moving now. We went from that side, and it seems like we're going to that side. So I don't know. Or, we're going under the bridge, and then my stop is first. Which is what I hope actually happens, because that'd be actually nice. It seems like we're going to my stop first, actually. Very cool. I won. I got scammed. We're not going under the bridge yet. Damn. Alright, now we're going under the bridge. Damn, when did it get so busy? That there's Topkapı, the palace of the sultans, a long ass time ago. That mosque there is the Camlıca Mosque, which is, it's either the biggest mosque in the country, but at least is the biggest in Istanbul. And that's the Needle. I actually don't know what it's called. I just call it the Needle. And it acts as a radio tower, and at the top there's a 360 panoramic floor and a restaurant. And that side is actually Asia. That's on the opposite of the Bosphorus. So that's a whole new tectonic plate. And this is Europe. And if my geography is right, that immediately right there is the Hagia Sophia. And those minarets in the back, the 6 of them, are the Blue Mosque. And if I remember correctly, the Blue Mosque has 6 minarets, which at the time was a big no-no because the Mecca itself had 6 minarets. So the solution that some architect came with was that the Ottoman Sultan just made the Mecca have 7 minarets. So that way it's still deemed that the Mecca is like the most holy instead of the Blue Mosque.
The actual reason was that the Sultan wanted minarets made of gold, but the word gold and 6 are very similar in Turkish, so the architect understood it that the Sultan wanted 6 minarets, and as a result of the mistranslation, the proper solution was to make the Mecca have 7 minarets, so it's still the most holy of all the mosques at the time.
So that's why there's 6 minarets, and every other mosque besides that one over there has 4. Because I guess when it was built, all these mosques back then, the status quo was 4 minarets instead. And there's the port of Kadıköy, where my dad used to work before he moved. And I don't know why there's that big ass boat there, but there's a big ass boat there. There's the port my dad used to work at, like I said before. And then I assume those are all new cars that got imported in, because I can see the hoods are covered with a sheet as not get damaged, I suppose. So maybe the big ship on the other side is like an importer for Dacia, or whoever that is. It looks like Dacia. And they just unloaded. Oh yeah, I don't know what my dad did. I think he was a crane mechanic or something. Alright, we made it. See? I was all the way over there. And then we made it to here. That's a train station where my parents met a long time ago. That's about all I know. It's under construction, but it's been under construction since like also a long time ago. So to be honest, I don't know if that'll ever work. And there's Andrew Schultz. He looks just like them, damn. My eyes hurt from all the wind hitting them. But finally we're getting off. I said I'd meet with my mom's friend at 3:15 at the latest. It's now 4:30. I'm cooked. And just like that, I touched Asia. I know there are other places where you could touch mainland Asia and Europe at the same time, but I don't know anywhere you could cross a physical body of water. So, Istanbul 1, the rest of the world is nil. See, street dogs. That's a big one. I can only assume they get fed, because I don't know as a street dog how you get so huge and chunky, but I can only hope and assume that all the restaurants, hi buds, give their scraps to the street animals. But yeah, this street's not so busy. And funny story, over the summer, some car. That's why. So they changed all the concrete beams. It used to be more gothic and designy. Now it's just function over form, just straight up and down. But the point is that there was a car over June, when I was last year, that I suppose looked at his phone for 1 second too much, and then it just slowly started swerving, and then it went on top of the, like it physically hit the barrier. And then because the barriers then were shorter, I suppose these ones got taller to negate this problem, but the car physically got picked up. And then with one wheel off the ground, it couldn't move. Or both, I can't remember, but it couldn't move. So all the bystanders had to physically pick the car up. And as a result of the car being stuck in the middle of the road, it built up traffic. And it was a huge problem. And I guess that's why actually they updated all these signs or barriers. So a car no longer gets stuck if it were to crash in. But yeah. Anyway, I'm almost there. I think I have one more block. 4:35. Yeah, I hope y'all could have heard me so far, or else I'm gonna have to do a voiceover and then upload at 5 a.m. again. And then as a result, not get any sleep, and then go to bed tomorrow at 11. Which might be the method. Maybe the way I fix my sleep schedule is staying up so late that forces me to fall asleep at 7 p.m. Mulis?
Hoş geldin.
Kusura bakmadan bu kadar geç olmam normalden. Nasılsın?
Ayakkabıyı çıkarma.
Unuttum. Doğru. Nasılsın?
Hoş geldin.
That's my mom's friend who ended up becoming my friend over the years. And I was late to a meeting with him by an hour and a half because I'm poor with my time management, apparently.
Hoş bulduk. I got me a burger with my cousin. Bence iyi bakıyor.
My cousin and I got burgers because I haven't had a Turkish burger in a long time. And I actually enjoyed this one because it was like a barbecue burger. But I found it surprising that it didn't come with any like tomatoes or lettuce or even onion that usually American burgers come with.
İyi bakıyor. Ama sebzesiz. Ben bilmedim sebzesizmiş. Senin nereden geldin? Yok.
Tadına bakar mısın?
Bu yetermiş.
Niye yemiyorsun?
Lan tabii ki. Şimdi bu midye sandviç.
This is a fried mussel sandwich, which I had with my two cousins. Today was actually very full of my cousins today. Now I think about it actually, but basically it was a fried mussel that ended up tasting like very similar to calamari, and inside was like a garlicky, buttery, cheesy sauce type of thing, like almost like a bechamel if I'm being for real. And then it was in a toasted bun, but it's not a hot dog bun. It's like a different bread bun, but still a bun. So it was kind of like a hot dog actually.
Midye sandviç.
Şey, çıtır midye.
Yes.
Niye söylemedin?
Çıtır midye ne lan?
Yani fried. Kalamar gibi.
Yedin mi?
Hayır ama denerim. Niye söylemedin? Zannettim yani çiğ gibiydi. Yani sokak yedi gibi. Ha.
Sosu çok iyi.
Beğendin mi?
Sarımsaklı sos. Çok güzel. Çok beğendim.
Yok. Tadısı biliyorum. Ama ben midye yiyemiyorum. İşte düşünüyorum bu tadı ne? Belki kalamar gibi. Yani çok yakınmış.
Ne?
Kötü değil.
Ama çok güzel bir çeyrekler böyle. Kardeşim benim. Sadece kimyon demiştim abi. Sadece kimyon. Sadece kimyon olacak.
This sandwich is called kokoreç, and it's lamb intestine wrapped around the fat that's processed of the lamb and like a bunch of other meats inside. I kind of forget what kind of meats are in it as well, but they roast it over a fire like you would a whole lamb, and over time as the fat and meat caramelize and melt and cook, it develops like a deep flavor, and then they chop it up into a bunch of rough pieces, and then at that point it's not known that it's really exactly intestines and fats. It's more like a chopped cheese texture, and it's tossed with spices, and if you want you could have vegetables like tomatoes and onions in it.
Keşke soğan ya da domates içinde olsaydı biraz daha iyi olurdu. Yani benim için öyle gibi.
O zaman tadını değiştirir, tadını bastırır.
Ama
Yediğin şeyin tadını alamıyorsun ki. Sen şimdi mesela
yok, tekstür için.
Anladım.
Yani tekstür çok yumuşak.
The reason my cousin looks so disappointed in me here is because I said that the fried mussel sandwich wasn't really that great because I did not enjoy the texture. It was too soft for me. Like even though the mussel was fried, it wasn't really crispy. So I suggested that maybe a tomato or onion would be better inside of it, like a real sandwich would be. Except he thinks that would ruin the flavor, as I wouldn't really try what the mussel tastes like, and instead be overpowered by whatever I put inside.
Biraz sert olsaydı.
Şu an sebzenin tadını alıyorsun, kokoreçin tadını alıyorsun.
Eğer ben öyle gibi seviyorsam.
Ben de öyle.
Ben de mesela eskiden öyle yiyordum.
Hı hı.
Sonra bir tane arkadaşım dedi ki, oğlum manyak mısın? Midye öyle kokoreç öyle yenmez. İzmir usulü diyorlar. Herhangi bir sebze koymadan sadece kimyon atıyorsun üstüne.
Ha, İzmir öyle gibi yiyor. Ha. çok sevmedim ama kötü değil.
Sen bir de şu an aç değilsin.
Yani doğru. Ama bitirebileyim. Bunu yemek istiyorum işte. Bu belki tadısı iyi olur.
Now this first bite, even though I said previously that it's kind of intestine-y and fatty, it actually tasted really good because this place, like, you know, over time cooked it low and slow. So it had time to develop all the deep flavors, and it just hits you instantly with spice, salt, pepper, meat. That's the big thing. It tastes like meat. Final rating, the fried mussel sandwich was like a 4. The sauce Loki carried. The intestine coquerette sandwich was 7.5. I actually enjoyed it really well. But I was previously full already because I just had a burger. I was eating out of the kindness of my own heart to spend time with my cousins. But I still enjoyed it.
Kesme dondurma var içinde.
Çay mı?
Çayınız
Çayın var mı? Kalmadı mı?
Ben de bir çay içerim.
Yok ya. Bitmiş. Kapatacaklar.
Tamam, gittiğimiz yerde içeriz.
So this right here is a dessert, and I actually don't know how to explain it because it's like a flour-based dessert, but it tastes sweet. And on the inside they put ice cream, so it's like a hot flour-based sweet shell, and on the inside it's ice creamy, and it's like sweet and salty, but instead hot and cold. And I enjoyed it. And the reason why we yelled if there's any tea left is because we were actually the last people in the store before they closed. So we kind of got the last servings of helva, which they had left. And I'm done editing. It's only 2:35 a.m. My sleep schedule is not entirely ruined. Let's go.